Hello, everyone. Welcome back to, today. God, we were just here yesterday. Felt like I never left, but welcome, everyone. We have a bit of a mess to talk about here, my lovelies. I am so glad to see all the regulars here. I see some newbies in here. Hello, and make sure you hit the like button, my friends, so that basically YouTube knows that we are live and they push this video out into the algorithm. My friends, I'm going to start this off with a warning. I am going to maybe say some things that you might not like. There might be a couple F-bombs, but I think I am speaking for how most people feel at this point. I feel like we are at the end of our rope, really. And it feels like we're just dealing with a bunch of petulant children. Let's be honest, Harry and Meghan are definitely behaving like a couple of petulant, spoiled brats. Are they not? Oh, I'm sorry you had to leave Popcorn Planet. You can always come back and watch on the replay, my dear. I don't mind. I really don't mind. I just, I'm easygoing like that. I'm chill. If you're watching something else, you can always catch me on the replay or watch a little bit later. I don't mind at all, my friends. But you guys, we need to talk about this. So we know that Harry and Meghan have the Invictus Games, their event starting tomorrow, right? And I guess they are just doing everything that they can to get the attention off of African parks. They don't want anyone discussing it because they keep coming out with new nonsense. Yeah, we will talk about the new website. That's why I wanted to give a little bit of a warning beforehand. And yeah, we need to discuss this because this is just, at what point do you just say, you know what? Enough is enough. That's enough. And you're right, they act like middle school catty girls. I mean, worse than middle school catty girls. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for being here, Lizzie. I appreciate all of you guys being here because I feel like we really need to discuss this. Now, let me start with this first. You would think the patron and the face of Invictus Games, Harry, would be saying something about the Invictus Games, right? Maybe get public, to get them excited for it, right? I mean, you would think that Harry and Meghan, considering their 1 year to go event is for Invictus starting tomorrow in Whistler, Canada, you know that there are currently team members. There are people who are participating in the Invictus Games. And instead of Harry and Meghan putting the spotlight on the games and getting the public excited for these games and the public to support the games, thank you, Julie. You could tell I was struggling there for a second, huh? You would think that instead of, say, releasing a video or an update on the upcoming games just to get the public excited for it, what do? They go and release a super self-serving, complete BS-laden filled website all about themselves. All about themselves. I mean, you know what this tells me, my friends? This tells me that their Hollywood dreams is a bust. Not only are their Hollywood dreams a complete bust and they have nothing going for them via Netflix, they have no Hollywood deals. I know Meghan said that we just have so many projects in the line and in the works that just make people feel something. we I'm doing this all off the top of my head. I should have made notes because I am a little bit annoyed at this at the point, but it tells you that they have nothing going for them in Hollywood. They have no deals, they have no upcoming projects. They have zip going for them in Hollywood. And now they have basically circled back and they need those royal connections. This is why Harry made that long jaunt over to the UK, because he needed to appear like he's part of the royals, so that when they release this website right before the Invictus Games is supposed to begin, they are getting all the attention on themselves. And a lot of people are saying the new layout on the website is very reminiscent of the palace. Yes, it does. It looks very, that's what Meghan does, right? She doesn't have a single original thought in her head. Meghan is all about piggybacking off of other people's success and playing it off as her own. This is what she did as a struggling actress when she was number 6 on the call sheet for Suits. She would always show up to events where other people who were higher up in the cable sitcom game, basically, let's call it what it is, and she would basically ride their coattails and make her publicist put, oh, Meghan Markle is hanging out with this person, or she would spin it like they're best friends. But the fact that Harry and Meghan, instead of taking this moment the day before the Invictus Games, their 1 year to go celebration is, I mean, this 1 year to go celebration was something that Meghan came up with to get a free trip, let's be honest, and to get more money in her pockets. Because before Meghan Markle with just Harry, there was no such 1 year to go event. That was only introduced when they were at The Hague. And that was the first time they did it. We will get into all of this. People are asking, why is she using her crest on the website? Maybe in Meghan's mind, she thought this is a loophole she could use. Maybe she thought that if they used Harry's crest, they wouldn't be allowed to. Oh, well, let me use mine. And let's be honest, she's a narcissist. It's all about her. It's all about her. But Invictus should be pissed off. The CEO, their new CEO that they got, and the people who are on the board should be pissed off that Harry and Meghan pulled some BS stunt like this when they should be getting people excited for the games. But you know what's interesting, my friends? I want to run this by you because I want to see if I'm reading this the wrong way. I don't know, because you guys know English isn't my first language. So am I reading this correctly? So Invictus posted this yesterday because there were participants who were arriving yesterday to check out the training camp or whatever. And they write here, we are so excited to welcome 19 countries and over 55 participants to Vancouver and Whistler for the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025 Participating Nations Training Camp. Guys, does this mean that there's only 55 participants, like 55 athletes coming over to take part in this training camp? Is that what this means? Is that right how I'm reading it? And yet Harry and Meghan have done nothing to, I don't know, shine a light on these 55 participants. That's what it means. Okay, so I am reading this correctly. So I want to know, how much did this little event, how much is this costing? Okay, you guys say I'm right. I'm reading it correctly. That's what it means. Okay. Okay, it looks like I'm not such a freshie when it comes to my English then. It looks like I understand what it says. But if you're bringing 55 participants to Whistler for this training camp, how many actual athletes are participating in the overall event? That's what I want to know. Because by the looks of it and by this and what I'm seeing, if there are only 55 participants coming to the training camp, does that mean that there's less than like 55 athletes coming to compete in these games? Am I reading this completely wrong, guys? This is what I'm like, this is how my brain was like computing it. Yes? Am I right? So Canada is giving over $30 million to the Invictus Games for only 55 athletes to participate in it. Is this what it means, guys? Is that like, this like, Kids Irrelevant says your brain doesn't want it to be true. Is this what it means? That the government, like, is this a light bulb moment for me? Did the government of Canada, the federal government of Canada, give Veterans Affairs Canada gave $15 million for the Invictus Games? Then the BC government, John Horgan at the time, who was the premier, also gave another $15 million to the game. So that's $30 million plus another, there's 55 countries. I'm just saying we are so, okay, let me read this. We are so excited to welcome 19 countries and 55 participants. Okay, so there's only sending 55 participants from 19 countries to this training camp. Is that what I'm getting? I'm just saying, all of this money for these two, like, it's so excessive. It is so excessive. Just Me says, we can't afford to live in Vancouver and they are giving these two grifters money. I'm pissed. Vancouverites should be pissed off. Vancouverites should be pissed off that their taxpayer dollars are going to this. I hear that, what is it? I hear that BC pays some of the highest taxes in all of Canada. In all of Canada, you guys pay the most taxes. You guys pay something called a carbon tax. And yeah, you guys pay out the nose for everything. And yet, this is what your money is going towards. This is ridiculous. I mean, the Invictus Games is nothing but a joke. It's nothing but a joke. BC is so expensive. Yes, I hear. Not only is your housing prices out of control, but also your groceries and everything. And Harry and Meghan are staying at, I had a video up for you guys, at a hotel room that is $8,000 a night. I am hoping, my friends, that before I released that video, I was thinking, okay, maybe I shouldn't put this out because I did think about their safety, I'll be honest. But then I was thinking, you know what? Screw them. Because why are they staying in an $8,000 a night hotel room when, number one, Whistler is super expensive? So I don't even want to imagine how these veterans athletes or how these athletes are paying for their accommodations, their meals, and everything. For how long is the span of the games? I think it's 8 days, 8 or 10 days, something like that. I was hoping that maybe when I put that information out, maybe Harry and Meghan will go and stay at a different hotel, maybe something not as expensive. Canary Wolf says there were over 500 plus competitors and 140,000 spectators who attended the 2023 games. I'm going to have to look into that and see some actual numbers. I'm not discrediting you, my dear, but we all know that Harry and Meghan like to BS their numbers with us. Guys, I think anyone who is in the Whistler area, in the Vancouver area, show up with microphones and show up with photographs, like big massive poster cards asking about the back of people. because that's what we need to recognize. While Harry and Meghan are staying in an $8,000 taxpayer-funded suites, most Vancouverites are struggling to pay their gas bill or their heating bill, their water bill, even just their rent. It is absolutely out of control. But yet these two are just gallivanting like faux royals. And the fact that they dropped this website imitating and playing the whole like they are royals after everything they have done makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. Ilsa, thank you, my dear. Ilsa says, my English is bad. They use the royal weapon on their website. What is that? Title is their rule. We'll get into it, my dear. I'll get into it here. But let's talk about this because there's a couple of things that I wanted to warn you guys about their website, okay? And number one, my friends, do not go to their website, please. Do not go to the Sussex website. I have an archived link of the website that I have shared in the description box below of this video. You guys use that instead if you want to look at the website. But please do not go actually on the website. Now, the reason why I have the website archived is so that they cannot steal your information. This is what their website is all about. Now, this is just my opinion that this is I should say it like that. This is just my opinion what their website is all about, just like the Archewell website. I've always said that when businesses need to shut down websites and quickly come up with something else, they're doing something scammy and something fraudulent. Okay. And this is exactly what's happening here. This new Sussex website that is being used by Harry and Meghan is what I would like to call a honeypot to harvest your data about whenever you log on to there. What they're going to do is that they are going to gather personal identifiable information about you. Remember, these folks were hanging out with Chris Boozy. Okay, this is exactly what Bozo the Clown is doing with his Spoutable website, and he just had another massive data breach. This is what Harry and Meghan were doing with that Archewell website. They're stealing and mining your data and selling it to third parties, and then it goes from there. But they're taking it a step farther. See, because websites, they can track your online activity by using a cookie or a pixel to identify you even after you leave the site. So basically, it's like a device fingerprint, and then it tracks your entire browser's unique configurations and settings, and it tracks everything that you're doing. I felt like I needed to get on here and I need to warn you guys about this. I needed to tell you guys about this. People are saying go to your cookie settings and block them. I wouldn't even my thing is that I have the archived link. If you want to check it out that badly, I have it down below for you guys and you can click on it. But instead of, talking about what's going on with the African park scandal, or even getting people excited, or even the participants excited who will be competing in the Invictus games, Harry and Meghan have once again made it all about themselves. It is all about themselves. Kat, I don't think a VPN will stop it. I'm not too sure. I can figure it out and I can let you guys know. I can write it out in my community tabs. But guys, like I said, I have it archived. So that is probably like I'm not trying to make anyone paranoid or anything, but I want to warn you guys what they're doing. I want to warn you guys that these folks are shady. I mean, look at Meghan's mother. Cell Block 6 Doria, okay? She's the mother of con artists. This is probably where Meghan is getting it all from. But I would like to share this with you guys here. Thanks for the heads up. Look, this is what I'm here for, my friends. This is what I'm here for, to help you guys out and to let you guys know what they're doing. But there is something that you all can do about this, and I got to give credit to Queen Gertie for sharing this. Now, I did put the link for this also in the description box. You guys, I was thinking about you and everything, okay? So basically, you guys can report the website. What you do, because my computer, when you and some other people are getting a not safe connection when they try and go onto the website, they get a big like error and it tells them that this is not a safe connection. So Queen Gertie here had figured out, or she found out, that basically you can report the grifter's website. And I'll tell you guys that regardless of Harry and Meghan, I don't know if they bought Sussex.com, but when you do click on it, it reroutes back to SussexRoyal.com. It goes all the way back to Sussex Royal. Like, they think that they're pulling sneaky maneuvers. You know what? Instead of putting your time, energy, and money in trying to be a scammer and doing things the shady way, why don't you do the actual work that Netflix is paying you for? The millions and millions of dollars that they have thrown your way. Beth, you got it right. These two give grifting a whole new meaning. They definitely do. And this is Meghan, who wants to claim that she is an influential woman. I want to share with you guys their ridiculous bios that they put up for themselves. But let me share this with you. So Gertie said that you go to this link here. And once again, you guys, I have copied the link and I've put it in the description box of the video. So it's easier for you guys. You guys just go click on it. And what it does is that it helps you report their website. And it's just about a little 1-minute thing that you need to fill out. You just put in their URL and you say why you're reporting it, and that's it. But I feel like we need to keep everyone protected. This is absolutely, like, this is, I mean, it makes me wonder why they shut down, why they're not using the Archewell site too. I know that they lost the trademark against it because they couldn't, because someone else already had the name, because clearly these two don't do any research before going full head on into something. They're like a bull in a china shop, always. Maureen, you are so sweet. Where would we be without our favorite YouTubers telling the truth? That's what I'm here for, guys. I'm here to tell you guys that don't click on anything that has to do with these two ever. They are so shady, so shady. Lauren, thank you, my dear. Lauren says, hi, Molly. Can there be a name change to Sussex so that they are the Duke and Duchess of nothing? Also, from knowing people, a lot of the veterans can't fly easily with their bathroom and hygiene needs. Yeah, I agree, Lauren. Like I said, the Invictus Games has now turned into the Harry and Meghan bank account. Let's be honest. That's what it is. If they actually cared about the veterans, they would get these games held in facilities which are friendly for their prosthetics and things. Like, you think Whistler is a veteran friendly place? I mean, that place is bumpy. There's cobbles everywhere. If I was wearing a prosthetic leg, I wouldn't want to be walking around all those cobbles and everything. Like, I'm just saying, but who knows? Maybe everyone's different. I'm sure I'll get a bunch of bots later in my comment section. Like, I have a prosthetic and I walk on cobbles pretty fine, blah, blah, blah. Like yesterday, guys, from my yesterday video, when I mentioned the Duke of Kent being a Grand Mason, my comment section was full of bots like my father is a Mason and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was psycho. It was crazy. But I totally went off on a tangent here. Let me roll myself back. So basically, after, if you would like to report the phishing page, you can. But let me let me show you this, okay? Because this website is absolutely ridiculous. So they literally, I don't even know where to start. Number one, let me start with the fact that Harry and Meghan do this while they know that King Charles is undergoing cancer treatments tells you the type of people that these two are. I mean, remember what they did when Prince Philip was basically passing away, when he was in his final moments? We remember what they did. They just stuck the knife in and just turned it even harder. And then when the queen was going through everything, they literally wanted the queen to see their Netflix garbage. I am so glad. Like, I mean, I miss the queen every single day, but the fact that they wanted to release that when she was alive and suffering, and now we have King Charles going through cancer treatment, and they are releasing a grandiose website. I mean, I remember these two were just claiming the royals were racist. They were nothing but a bunch of colonizers. And now they are circling back to using everything that has to do with the royal family. Let me go to their bios, because their bios, you are going to get a laugh out of this. I mean, if Harry doesn't understand that he is nothing but a cuck, I mean, he needs to wake up. Harry's biography was about 338 words, okay? I have a feeling that Meghan Markle wrote the biography, and once I start reading it to you guys, you will understand in a second. And a lot of people are asking why they used Meghan's crest. And like I said, I believe Meghan is a narcissist. Margie, thank you so much for the super sticker, my dear. That is very kind of you. Thank you. Um, I feel like they thought that this was a loophole. Like I said, maybe they thought that this was a way that they could get around using a royal crest without, I don't know, it actually being Harry's royal crest. Honesty and Truth says, MeghansMole, most important thing, the girl child is not entitled to be in the line of succession unless it is proved she has a British citizenship. I take it you saw Bookworm's video. I feel like Bookworm did an amazing job explaining that, because I feel like the way I go off on a tangent, I don't explain it as well as she did. But I've always questioned why, like I've said, why is Invisibet, an American-born child who nobody in the royal family has ever seen, how is she within the line of succession and has the titles as prince and princess? But the way that Bookworm, I mean, was it Bookworm? Yeah. The way that Bookworm explained it in her video made perfect sense. And I feel like, yeah, everyone should go watch that. It's amazing. But you guys, let me read you Harry's absolutely ridiculous biography. And the thing is that Harry doesn't realize he's just being used. He's so dumb. Let's be honest. He's dumb. He is dumb. And the fact that he is a blood royal, but yet his ex-cable TV mattress actress harlot of a wife who was number 6 on Suits on the call sheet and was only known for always being nude and getting screwed in scenes has a much longer biography than he does. Let me read this to you guys, because this is absolutely ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. So this is Harry's biography, and just pay attention to how many times they refer to themselves as the Duke, the Duchess, the Duke and Duchess, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I mean, titles galore, which is why I 100% believe that Meghan wrote all this shit. So I hope you have your buckets close by, my friends, and let me know if it's all too much and you just can't handle it anymore. Okay, let's go. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is a humanitarian. No. Military veteran. No. Mental health advocate. Hell no. And an environmental campaigner. Well, how do you start your bio with it being full of BS within the first line already? The first line is a load of BS. So you guys know how it's going to go. Okay, let me just get right through this before I start retching. He has dedicated his adult life to advancing causes that he is passionate about and that advance permanent change for people and places. What advances for permanent change has Harry done? Can someone explain that? Replay crew, maybe you guys can let me know in the chat, in the comments below. What has Harry done to advance permanent change? I mean, I think that's William who's done that with the Earthshot Prize, but let me keep going. He served for 10 years in the British Armed Forces. Now, I hate when they say this because Harry did not serve consecutively, concurrently for 10 years. He did 2 tours, which were less than a couple weeks, and that has somehow ballooned into he has served for 10 years. But okay, let's keep going. Look, I'm already losing my cookies here. He served for 10 years in the British Armed Forces, including two tours of duty in Afghanistan as a forward air controller and an Apache helicopter pilot. After completing his military service, the Duke founded the Invictus Games Foundation, a platform for wounded, injured, and sick service personnel to engage in a sport to aid their rehabilitation. The international event is a globally celebrated display of resilience, community, and athleticism, and has won acclaim for its impact in celebrating those that serve. Prince Harry is also the founder and or patron. So what is he? Is he the founder or patron? Anyways, he's the Prince Harry is the founder and or patron of a number of global charities and organizations, including Travelist, Fail, Centabale, Well Child, and sits on the board of African Parks. The audacity to use that when you know what is going on. The audacity to even mention African parks when there are the atrocities going on down there is horrific. Anyways, but basically, guys, should I keep going? Do you guys really want to hear the rest of this? It is ridiculous because I really want to talk about how they're claiming that Sussex is now their last name. I thought Mountbatten Windsor was their last name. If Harry and Meghan wanted their last name, wouldn't it be Mountbatten Windsor? Why is it Sussex? Oh my goodness. It is absolutely sickening, guys. It is absolutely sickening. Let me just read this last part, and then because Harry's is done. Harry's is done, and then we'll go on to the absolute ridiculousness that is the mattress actress. Prince Harry, blah, blah, blah. In 2021, he was named Chief Impact Officer at Better Up, a world-class coaching platform that helps people everywhere achieve their own peak mental fitness. Wow, the same Better Up that is having issues keeping their own employees' mental health in check, the same ones that have been complaining about their own mental health. Just all BS. How do you make a website full of BS like this and be proud of it? I would be like hiding under my blanket. This is so embarrassing. He co-founded the Archewell Foundation alongside his wife, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, to serve communities in need. I haven't seen them do that, but okay. At the Archewell Foundation, the Duke and Duchess are committed to their mission, show up, do good. Guys, that's not their mission. That's not their mission. Their mission is grift away, take the accolades. That should be their mission. Grift away and take the accolades. Idiots, 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 I swear. They hold the value that charitable work should not just simply be a handout, but rather a handheld. This coming for the two that constantly want handouts from the royal family. These two that only work 1 hour a week. Everyone's saying my sick bucket is full. I spit my coffee. Yeah. Isn't this crazy? The two that are claiming that charitable work should not simply be a handout, but rather a handheld. What are you doing with Invictus right now? Invictus is nothing but a handout for you guys. That's all it is. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, this is absolutely ridiculous. The couple also created Archewell Productions to produce content programming that informs, elevates, and inspires. The Duke is a New York Times bestselling author of Spare, a memoir of his life told with compassion, vulnerability, and unflinching honesty. Oh yeah, we know it was unflinching. We got to hear all about his frozen Todger. Yeah, okay. Spare was the publishing industry's fastest selling nonfiction book, selling more than 1.4 million copies on its first day of publication. Now, here's the kicker. Prince Harry lives in California with his wife, Meghan, and their 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Invisibeth. There you go, guys. What an absolute shit storm, right? Absolute pack of lies. Joanne, I think that the IRS definitely needs to take a look into Archewell. I always feel like when people start shutting websites down and quickly open up something else, then they have something to hide, something scammy, something scammy. A lot of like usually when I see like some banking corporations change websites and change their names, you can usually see that they've had some kind of shady behavior in the background. But let me just show you the absolute mess that is Meghan Markle's oh God, that is Meghan Markle's bio. Oops, this is Harry's. Let me close Harry's down completely. Okay. It is, I mean, I don't understand. Let me ask you guys this instead. Do you guys feel that at this point, Charles will finally do something? Do you guys think that Charles will finally do something, or will he still do nothing? What do you guys think? Wildcat, you say it did not sell 1.4 on the first day. That was the shipment that was sent out. We were never told how many books were returned. Exactly. We know that these guys are all about fudging numbers. They're all about lying. They're all about bullshit. That's all they do. Lie, cheat, scam, and steal. They should be called the thieves of Montecito. A lot of people are saying if Charles doesn't do something, the royal family is over. I feel like Charles should, like, you need to do something here, man. It's not, a lot of people are saying, well, he's just leaving it for William. It's not William's job. Why would you allow them to do as much damage as they can, like they're doing right now? This is them playing faux royals. This is after Meghan Markle claimed the royal family were racist. This is after Meghan Markle claimed that the UK media called her kid the N-word, right? All a pack of lies. I mean, we're all watching them destroy themselves. Yes, it's true, Laura. We are watching them destroy themselves, but still, you're making the royal family look very weak by allowing this to go on. That's just my opinion. And I said I wouldn't be difficult on Charles because of his situation right now. But come on, man, you're the king. You need to always put that first. And that's what the queen did. She always put the monarchy first. Rachel Evans, the N-word. Yeah, I know that the UK, the British people, the N-word is not. It's an American thing, which is exactly how we knew she was BSing. Because if something like that did happen, we would hear about it right away. We wouldn't hear about it later on. Some people say that nothing will happen. They say that King Charles doesn't have any guts because look, Harry and Meghan sat down for Oprah. They trashed the royal family. And King Charles gave Invisibeth and archofficial titles. He invited them to his coronation. He is not showing them that there is any repercussions for their actions, which is why they are so bold to do shit like this. This is exactly why they continue to disrespect the monarchy while playing like they're faux royals themselves. You guys just called the royals all racist, but yet you're playing like you're faux royals, which is exactly why I say I believe that all of their Hollywood deals have gone completely bust. Because if you guys were winning in Hollywood, you wouldn't need to circle back and put up this website to make yourself look special. Let's look at Meghan's bio here, guys, was over 500 words. Okay? The ex-cable TV mattress actress has a bigger bio than her actual royal husband. Now, let me read you the first little bit because there is so much BS in here that just like Harry's bio, Meghan's bio starts with a pile of bullshit also. Let me read you the first couple lines. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is a feminist and a champion of human rights and gender equality. Feminist? No, she couldn't even, what's the word I'm looking for? Meghan couldn't even be supportive of the Queen. How is she a feminist? She's not a feminist. Everything she does is for herself. Her lifelong advocacy for women and girls remains a constant thread in her humanitarian and business ventures. What humanitarian and business ventures? What? Literally nothing. What has she done for women and girls? Nothing. As a woman, Meghan Markle does not represent me. She hasn't done anything for me. All she's done is ride the coattails of other women to make herself appear like she's something special. She's not. She married a dumbass. A dumbass who, at the end of the day, in her mind, she thinks that just because she married the idiot, she is on the same level as, I don't know, Mother Teresa. Grifters. Mary Taylor, you used my favorite word, misogynistic feminist. That's all she is. A feminist that gets everything from getting married. Exactly, Valentina. You are exactly right. A feminist who couldn't keep her staff. A feminist who always bullies women. How about the chick who bullied Catherine? Meghan Markle is the woman who bullied Catherine and called her a racist and claimed that she was racist. But I want to show you guys something here. Now, oh damn, there's music in this. I'm going to get into trouble for using this. Music. So this was, I want to show you a video because if you guys remember, the whole Triple K Kate hashtag began after the Queen's funeral, right? And I feel like that whole hashtag started because Meghan Markle was jealous of Catherine. She's always been jealous of Catherine. But look at this video, guys. So let me start it from the very start. So Harry, there's at the Queen's funeral, and Harry is at the very end here. Catherine is here, William is here, and the kids are in between. Harry was caught looking at Catherine. And just look at the stare down Meghan gives to Catherine in this video. It is wild. Watch this. I'll play it a couple times. I can't play the sound or I'll get dinged. She notices him looking. Oof. Oof. He doesn't make eye contact with her. Look at that. So evil. So evil. Let me tell you, after this, when the Queen's funeral was when the triple K started trending. This is all because Meghan Markle is always jealous of Catherine. Look, this girl's just minding her own business, doing her own thing. Could you imagine having to deal with that constantly? Christine, thank you, dear, for the super sticker. And Elsa, thank you again for the super sticker also. Gwen says, did you see Rachel is launching a new podcast with Lemonada? Because that's what we need, right? Another self-serving podcast full of nonsense. I have a lot of images where you can catch the stares that Meghan Markle gives Catherine, and it sends shivers down your spine. Shivers. I believe that Catherine and the Wales family need to be protected at all costs. I mean, at the end of the day, think about it. Omid Scobie, that plastic-faced urinal, goes and says that accidentally, I've got air quotes going, puts out the names of the two royal racists in his book, and then all of a sudden, Harry, and then all of a sudden, sorry, the king and Catherine get sick. I mean, no, Taylor, I'm not joking. English is my third language. I think I've mentioned it before. But yeah, I'm not kidding. But guys, let me show you this ridiculous bio. We were going through it. I'm not going to read too much of it because I know half of your sick buckets are already full. But just this is why Meghan was getting Sunshine Sachs and WME to buy up all these fake accolades for herself. Meghan is the type of woman where she thinks that she's achieved so much, but really she hasn't, because all of these awards and accolades that she's going to list and bring up are everything that she's achieved through Harry. Everything was through Harry. And let me tell you, look at this. Her lifelong advocacy for women and girls remains a constant thread in her humanitarian and business ventures. She has been named one of the most influential women in the world in rankings, including Time Magazine's most influential people, the Financial Times 25 most influential women, Variety Power of Women, and British Vogue's 25. Her advocacy work on resilience, equality, and compassion through action has been recognized alongside that of her husband, Prince Harry, with the NAACP President's Award, as well as the Robert F. Kennedy Ripple of Hope Award. Born and raised in Southern California, Meghan attended LA-based all-girls Catholic school Immaculate Heart, which she continues to support as an alumna. What has she done for them besides that video that she made to show off that, hey, look, I'm a duchess now? I mean, you guys see this? I'm not gonna keep reading through this nonsense because this is a crock of BS. This is a load of BS. And Harry and Meghan should really be ashamed of themselves for having a bio that is so just dripping with self-serving just bullshit. Because that's what this all is. BS. She says down here, further down, it says, she and Prince Harry founded the Archewell Foundation in 2020 to support communities in need in both moments of crisis as well as long-term aid. What have they done? At the Archewell Foundation, they are committed to their mission. Show up, do good. Anyways. They hold the value that charitable work should not simply be a handout, but rather a handheld, a phrase Meghan first adopted in supporting UK charity SmartWorks, of which she is a patron that supports women to enter the workforce. You know what, guys? I hope you guys are hitting the like button, seriously, because the fact that I'm reading this bullshit is just wild. I can't believe I'm still wasting my time with this. You guys, this is ridiculous. King Charles needs to do something and act on this. It's enough. I mean, at what point you know that Harry and Meghan have nothing to offer? Harry and Meghan, who left the royal family because they were finding freedom. Remember? Just imagine how stupid everything appears. Yep, she dropped, you guys have noticed, she's dropped Markle. Now she's just going by Meghan. She's so famous and so popular. She thinks she can be a one-name wonder like Prince. It just tells you how inflated this girl's ego is. No, Rachel, nobody wants to see them do an OnlyFans. Trust me. I'd pay them to stay off OnlyFans. Basically, look, we all can see Meghan for who she is. She's a leech off of society. Everything she has achieved in her life has been off the basis of other people. The royal crest belongs to the royal family. And you know what? I've got to give it to the Queen for being such a petty Betty and being shady in the most spectacular fashion ever. Because Meghan's royal crest, when she got married to Harry, like, come on, man. The Queen knew exactly what she was dealing with when she gave this chicken-legged songbird with a crown shoved around its neck and not on its head. The Queen knew exactly what she was dealing with. And I hope at this point that King Charles, you need to do something. I mean, he has really given into everything that they have wanted. He has given their children titles after the whole Oprah debacle. Had it been me, after their 1 year, little jaunt that they had in Canada when they went back to figure out what they were going to do, you know what? You guys weren't coming back as royals. That's it. You don't get the titles. Nothing. You're Mr. and Mrs. Windsor Mountbatten. Now off you go. They look absolutely stupid. They went onto Oprah, called the royal family racist, hurled a whole bunch of accusations, sat down with Netflix, did a 6-hour moan-a-thon bitching and complaining and moaning about how the royals are trapped and how they are living a better life. And now they are trying to be faux royals again. Charles, you better, I know you are going through cancer and you've got shit going on, but you need to be a king and you need to do something now. The Queen also saw chicken legs. Yeah. Sussex, John, you're right. Sussex is the title. It's not a name. And this just shows how stupid Harry and Meghan are. It just shows how dumb they are. The chicken jokes have begun. I know, guys. I can see the chat is being really messy and I love it. Now, you would think for Meghan, who likes to call herself a feminist on her bio, that the last thing she would use is a crest, because the arms of a married woman are basically shown with those of her husband, and the technical term is that they are impaled. I mean, I don't think that a feminist would really be so into that. Now, would they? Would they? Brenda Carter says she's doing archetypes again on Lemonada. Well, good luck to her, because I don't know who they're going to get to buy her fake awards and listen to that nonsense, because we heard the pile of shit that she released with just having 26 producers do the work for her. Let's see what she does. These two haven't done anything. Paul says Meghan's double major in theater and international relations has never been taught at Northwestern University. It doesn't exist. Yes, it doesn't. You are very correct. Paula M. has confirmed this multiple times by sending emails and receiving emails from the head of admissions at Northwestern University. And they even have confirmed that they have never given a double major in theater and international relations. Meghan's entire life is bullshit. Her entire life and her entire existence is a pack of lies. And this is why Meghan Markle wants to try and censor social media, because she doesn't want folks like myself and other YouTubers speaking about her bullshit and her pack of lies. I need to stop saying BS so much. Everything Meghan talks about is a lie. What is Lemonada? Let me see. Lizzie B has the answer here for all of us. She says that Lemonada Media is an American podcast network. The company was founded in 2019 by Jessica Cordova Kramer and Stephanie Whittle Walks. Subscriptions for $4.99. The downfall, you guys. Imagine going from having $1 million contract with Spotify to going down to on some random podcast for $4.99 subscriptions, and no one has ever heard of this podcast, ever. Nobody knows about it. Well, I'm definitely not going to listen. I don't give a shit to listen. I'm not going to listen. I have no Raven, you messy. Raven says Meghan podcast is a lemon. Exactly. I mean, what is Meghan going to talk about? All she does is talk about the same speaking points over and over again. There's nothing there. She's an empty vessel, just like South Park showed us when Harry opened her mouth and tried to check to see if there's anyone there, and there was nothing. But I feel like, you guys, I showed you how to go about, you can report the website, you can report their website, but that Sussex website does go back to sussexroyal.com. And at the end of the day, this website that they've put up calling themselves the Duke and Duchess of Montecito, the office of Harry and Meghan, right? So you guys know that I can be a little bit of a petty Betty sometimes, right? Sometimes. I want to show you what I did on my X account, just because I like being messy. I like being petty. I know that Harry and Meghan do pay attention to what I say, or they wouldn't have had me demonetized. But look at what I did, my friends. The office of MeghansMole with their crest. Doesn't that just look fantastic? I think this looks way better than what they have up. This is amazing. I think I'm going to change this on my banner on YouTube as well. What do you guys think? You like that? The office of MeghansMole. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I love it. I absolutely love it. And I thought you guys would love it too. I've put this banner up so far on my X account, and I'm going to put it up on, maybe I will change the crest though, and I'll include a mole in it. A chicken with a big mole. God, I'm so immature sometimes. So ridiculous. But I wanted to, before I leave off here and take off for the day, I wanted to let you guys show this to you guys, because of course, Mr. Plastic Faced Urinal Omid Scobie had to pop up and get himself involved with this, right? So Omid Scobie put up this tweet that says, the fact that a fairly simple homepage has spawned dozens of moaning op-eds and furious pearl clutching from commentators proves that many here literally have nothing better to do. Move on, touch grass, find an interesting story. This is all so tediously boring, right? Funny coming from this guy, right? From this guy, this plastic-faced weasel, right? The fact that he inserted himself to say that this fairly simple homepage, it is not a simple homepage at all. It is a copy of the royal family homepage, the same royal family that you named as racist in your book, you plastic-faced urinal dispenser. Seriously, don't you just feel like throwing a urinal puck at this guy's face? I cannot stand this guy. Lizzie, thank you, my dear. That is so kind of you. You didn't need to send that as a super chat. So Lizzie says Lemonada's slogan is Lemonada Media, make life suck less. Lemonada is a podcast network that shares the unfiltered version of human experience. I'm not even kidding. Go Google it. Oh my God. So it just sounds like more bullshit that's about to come up. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you for educating us all on that. But guys, seriously, I think this is quite hilarious that Omid Scobie, out of all people, would say something like that when literally 4 years ago, this is what he said. As expected, Harry and Meghan have foregone a courtesy title for their child. This was when Archofficial was born. All part of giving him as normal as, his grammar is bad. All part of giving him as normal a life as possible. Love that Doria was there when the Queen met Archie for the first time at Windsor Castle. That photo was a fake, but okay there, buddy. Like, look at this guy just inserting himself. It is so disgusting to me that while the king is in such a vulnerable position, that Harry and Meghan would do this. That this plastic-faced urinal dispenser would insert himself and tell people to go out and touch grass. Wasn't this the same guy that released a book about the royals after he was no longer a royal commentator? I mean, Omid, pretty sure you're the one who needs to go out and touch grass instead of posting those hideous workout photos of yourself. Really? Like, I don't know what this guy thinks. He thinks that we all want to see videos of him flexing in his tight pants when all I can see is a tiny little pingaling poking out of his pants. That's all I see. Yuck. Anyways, you guys, I better get going here. I usually like to keep these under an hour, but let me know what you guys think about all of this nonsense. I feel bad for King Charles, for Harry, for even doing this to his father while he's in this position. His father is vulnerable right now, but I feel like now the king needs to strike. That's it. Be done with these degenerates. Just be done with them. Just rip the band-aid off and go. That's it. I say that King Charles is right now having cancer treatments to get rid of his cancer. So, as I've said before, Harry and Meghan are a massive tumor. Cut them out and get rid of them. Get rid of them completely once and for all. And I promise that once King Charles deals with the cancer that is Harry and Meghan, he will feel much better himself. He will feel like a weight has been lifted off of his shoulders. The king needs to do something. It's not up to Prince William to take care of it. But I feel bad for, well, you know what? I don't feel bad for Invictus because they know who they're dealing with. I feel bad for the competitors who are going to be attending their events tomorrow, and it's all going to be a Harry and Meghan shit show. It's not going to be about them at all. Anyways, my friends, my apologies for the foul language today. I'm sorry that I called Omid Scobie a plastic-faced urinal and that I want to throw a urinal puck at his face and just wash his mouth out with one, and that he has a little pingaling. But it's true. I cannot not be honest. And sometimes my honesty comes out in weird ways. Okay, I've got weird descriptive ways of explaining things. I don't know, guys. But I hope you don't think of me any less for using any sort of bad language. I tried to not use much, but You guys, let's just keep an eye out and see what happens. Premenstrual moly. Actually, I'm done. So I'm done. My PMS is over. I'm actually at the end of my cycle. Not that you needed to know that, but yeah. Oh dear. Omid Scobie might enjoy that. You think he might enjoy a urinal puck in his mouth? He might be into some kind of freaky things like that. But ew, gross. Your sick buckets are already full, my friends. I don't want you guys to barf even more. Let's keep an eye out on what's going on. And my friends, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here and spending the last hour and 5 minutes with me. And to everyone who's watching this on the replay, thank you. And let me know what you guys think about Harry and Meghan and just being a couple of petulant brats, to be honest. Katie, that's very sweet. Oh, and happy Mardi Gras to everyone. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining here. I will see you all in the next video. Stay gorgeous, my lovelies. Take care. Bye. And hopefully Omid won't get too upset with me talking about his ping-a-ling-a-ding-dings. Take care, guys. Bye.